Okay, so this is what happened when you migrate here to US, and instead of becoming a US citizen or try to become an American, you did these type of things. They put the American flag in the middle, the Guatemalan flag, and the Mexican flag here. I mean, it's crazy. People cannot forget, their own country. All right, as you can see, this is one of the pictures when I was living in Argentina. So as you can see before coming here, I mean, usually most people in their country, they have their own flag, but here I have the US flag because even when I was little, I identify myself, as an American. What I'm trying to say is I like the society here, how the country works. There is an order, everything is organized and everything. So if you see here, also I have a few boxes. I was trying to learn the language even when I was there. So here, if you see here, it says patchcore. I'll try to zoom in so you can see a little bit better. It says patchcore here. Also here it says cable UTP, you should say UTP cable. Here it says cable power, you should say, power core. But I didn't know, I was trying to learn the language. And by doing this, it helped me a lot. So that way I can get, better customers, or even I did a lot of work for different embassies. And that helped me a lot, learning the language and everything. And if you adapt, when it will be easier. So when you come here to US, like I am right now, so everything will be easier for you because you know how everything works. So at least in the most part, it's not like when I was here, I knew everything, but because the movies and everything, that helped me to understand how everything worked here, and I keep learning new things here and there, and that makes your life easier. Because if you keep looking back always in the rear mirror, you're going to have the issue that you're going to start missing your country, or you want to bring your country to US when that is not the case. I mean, if you're not ready to migrate to here to US, don't do it. Just stay in your country, and that's it. No, US is not for everyone. I know people who come here, they stay for a few months or something like that, or a couple of years, and then go back, and that's it. And they start living maybe a little bit better because they have some dollars, but that's it. And their mind didn't change. So that is a bad thing. So if you come here, what I would recommend you is forget your past, because if you watch my other videos, if you go to my playlist where it says mind versus biology, you're going to have your biology, trying to say, okay, go back, meet your friends, your family, because if you have to make a new family here, it will take you more energy and time. Also, if you have to make new friends, it's the same thing. You're going to spend, time and energy. And the body, the biology wants to save the time and wants to save energy because otherwise, you're going to get more exhausted. So basically, that is the main thing. So if you know those things in advance, you're not going to have those issues. Also, remember the biology, because it wants to save energy. If you have to learn a new language, is going to be more effort, and most people, they don't want to put the effort to move ahead. And if you learn the language, you're going to have access, to new information that you cannot get in your country, or you cannot get it, on internet or something like that, usually on books or anything. So for instance, when I went to Israel, I mean, it called my attention that even people, they speak Hebrew, when they search on internet, they don't search in Hebrew, they search in English, because in English you can find more things, more information. And the same thing, that is what I do. So when I search for information in internet, I search it in English. I don't search it in Spanish. So because I know in English always I can find whatever I need. In Spanish is more limited. That is the problem. Even if you are Chinese, or maybe you are from another country, you're going to have the same issue. So that is the main thing. For instance, when I went to the US Embassy when I was in Argentina, I knew an American guy, and he was there. And he said, "Hey, I lost my passport. can you help me to fill up this form? And I said, why? I mean, you're an American. Why you don't know English? And the guy said, no, I was born in US, but I was raised in Argentina. So what I do is I go to US, I work for a few months, and then I go back here to Argentina. I spend my dollars here, and that's it. So that was his whole life was doing the same thing. So working here in US 2 or 3 months, and then living the rest of the year in Argentina. So to me, it's a waste of time. But he had that opportunity because he was raised in Argentina. But in my case, even I was raised, I was born in Argentina. I was more. I was feeling more American than this guy because I knew the language, and the guy didn't know. So and you're going to find many people the same way. They live and they try to do the same thing that they do in their country here instead of adapting and trying to get along with the other people. And if you do that, I mean, you can do that. I mean, you're free to do anything that you want, but it's going to have some cost. So if you adapt and you become one of us, one more American, and you do everything, it will be easier on you, on work, relating with people and everything, making new friends, and life will be easier that way. And if you don't like it, okay, you can go back to your country and that's it. But you have to embrace the change and also be ready to learn something new. So that is my small advice. So hopefully this video was useful. If you have any question, please let me know in the section below, and see you next time.